Hi, in this video, I'll be continuing the H2 Mathematics 2022 Paper 2. So, we left off at question 9 and now we have 2 more questions to go. So for question 10, it says that Adriana is investigating how the prices of used car depend on the distance that they've been driving. And she sample 7 cars to determine it. So the scatter diagram just shows you the data, but this is really where all the data looks like. And they tell you that the product moment coefficient is a negative value 0.78. And what conclusion can you reach? Well, while the product moment correlation is close to 1 in magnitude, if you look at the scatter diagram, it is not a linear trend. Instead, it's a non-linear relationship, but you can say because of this negative and here going downwards, it says that D and P is negative correlated but in a non-linear relationship. And the next part asks whether the product moment correlation coefficient would change if you scale the distance and the prices, meaning from this price you change it to Sing dollars because you're in the UK, and then the distance now you change it to km. Well, there'll be no change in the product moment correlation coefficient because a linear, like a scaling, won't change it from the formula. So you can write there is no change. If you now checks the original information and then you realize that this value is wrong. So why can this special card not be used? Well, firstly, the data is an outlier and you already know that the model is different to begin with. So you cannot make a fair comparison. Hence, this is why we cannot use such data. The next part, we are supposed to sketch a scatter diagram for P against 100,000 over D. So if you just calculate the values and plot nicely, it should look something like this, and then you draw your best fit line through. And on the scatter diagram now, we are supposed to use the distance for least square. Well, if you remember the formula for least square, it's taking this y coordinate minus the y coordinate from the line. So it's actually the vertical distance. And then you just need to square it, because when you add, this is like positive difference, but then this is negative. So when you add it like kind of neutralizes, and this will make it inaccurate when recording the sum. And so we need to take the square of this and then you find the minimum sum. For part F, we're now supposed to use our calculator to help us find the regression line. So you just need to plot the data into your calculator and then you can use the commands to help you get the regression line as follows. It will also give you the product moment correlation. You can check it out yourself. And plotting the graph and really questions that relate to regression, linear regression, won't be too difficult, because all you need to do is maybe plot a scatter diagram, draw best fit line, and most of the solution, most of the calculation can be done on your graphing calculator. And once you have this regression line, the next part just tells you what happens if D is 5055. Well, you just need to sub into here and you get the answer. However, linear regression, they will ask you more of the explanation type of question. So they will just ask you, why is this estimate not reliable? Well, you're extrapolating, so it's not reliable. Simple as that. The last question tests you on hypothesis testing. Find the probability that Zhou wins a randomly chosen race. Well, X follows normal 80-40, Y follows normal 79-9. X minus Y would then follow normal, because a linear combination of two normals is still normal, and the normal now is just 80 minus 79 and 4 plus 9, so it's 13. Well, we want Zhou to win the race, so we need the probability that Zhou minus Tan's timing is less than 0, means Zhou is faster. So you just need to find the probability X minus Y is less than 0 using the distribution given here, and use your calculator to get 0.3913 SF. If you have any questions, you can leave it in the comments. Now, they give you a scenario where you move away and you come back and check whether we are supposed to find the unbiased estimate of the population mean. And this is really saying unbiased estimate of population mean is x bar. So x bar is given by the sum of x over n. And so they give you the sum of x already, divided by n, and you get 79.2. For s squared, the formula just follows as 1 over n minus 1 bracket the sum of x squared minus sum of x whole thing squared divided by n, and then you just sub in the formula and you should get 14.7. With that, we are supposed to carry out hypothesis tests at 5% significance level to test whether those time really reduce. So to do so, we just need to write the standard way. We have an alternative hypothesis H0, and that will always be the equal sign one, so it's mu equals to 80, then H1 mu is less than 80, then under H0, x bar is some normal distribution, 80 then 4 divided by 30, because it's always mu and then s squared over n. Then we have a test statistic, and then to find the p-value, you just need to, because this is just a one-sided tail test, you just need to do one side. You don't need to times 2 or anything. So you just find the z, and then you just sub in the options. So earlier we found that it's 79.21, so it's 79.21 minus 80 over 2 over square root 30. And then that gives us that our p-value is 0.0152. And since the p-value is less than 0.05, we can reject the 5 significance level and conclude that the timing has been reduced actually. So you reject H0, we say that H1 is kind of true. And then the last part is very simple, it's very explanatory. So they just tell you now you want to find whether it has changed, so you should use 1 or 2 tilt. Well, because a change can be either positive or negative change, we should just use a 2 tilt test. And some assumptions that we make using this test will be, because you record 6 times, this 6 isn't a very large number, so we kind of need it to follow a normal distribution. And also, to not affect the scores, we need the 6 recording to be done under similar conditions. So you can't just keep doing swims back to back, because obviously the last swim you ran out of energy, so you need them to be on same conditions. But of course, in real life, it will be very hard lah. That's all for this paper. I hope you have enjoyed what I've shared and you have taken away some stuff. If you have any questions, you can leave it in the comments. Feel free to like, share and subscribe, as it will really help people who are not understanding the solution for the A-level paper to better grasp it. I'll catch you in the next one, where I'll do the 2021 paper. See you.